Be cool. The hashtag is up once again, guys, because yes, we are going back in time to celebrate films from a previous decade. That's the best way I can say it. Which decade? I will not reveal. That's down to Nico. But they are previous decades.
And all 3 decades this week.
Oh, yeah, we're going back 10, we're going back 20, and we're going back 30 years. God, it's scary.
It is stacked this week. Absolutely stacked. Let's go 10 years first. A movie that I think a lot of people forget, but then when they're reminded, they're like, oh yeah, that was really good. 10 years old, Sandra Bullock, and George Clooney gets a credit, but it's a minor role. But yeah, Sandra Bullock basically in Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity. This is now 10 years old, if you can believe it, AJ.
Do you know one thing I mean, look, let's just get to the rating on this. This is definitely a thumbs up movie.
Mm-hmm.
It threw me. I'm not going to pretend I knew of it in 2013. It's been a few years now since I've seen it. But I just remember stumbling across it on Sky. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I was blown away. I was like, this is some impressive work.
Yeah.
This is a serious bit of art. And it's honestly art. The film is art, the way it is. And as you said, Clooney's in it, but it's Sandra Bullock's film. It is definitely Sandra Bullock's film. Yeah. Absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. You know, to something that could tell you to embrace and admire space. The cinematography is, I won't say second to none, because there are some stuff you can compare it to out there, but it's a visual beauty, and the acting's stellar as well. It's definitely one to be seen.
Yeah, I always admire anyone who can hold a screen by themselves and essentially carry a movie on the pedigree of their own acting chops and be able to essentially hold the screen alone, which for most part is what Sandra Bullock does. And the fact that she's in the freaking vastness of space here with not much to act off, you know, like when Tom Hardy did Loke, you know, you had the reflections in the windows. You could do it very art house style, nitty gritty. You could do some helicopter shots, some drone shots of the car moving. She's alone in a room here.
Yeah.
And she has to carry the movie completely alone. But it's quite the achievement. As you said, it's weird for a sci-fi movie to be this arty, but it's such an incredible achievement. And yeah, I'm every time, it's one of those movies that seems to get better every time. Every time I watch it, I'm more impressed with it.
I'll be honest, it's a one-time watch, but it's lasting that I have nothing but appreciation for
it. Second movie, 20 years old, AJ. I think if I sing one of the songs, you probably won't know it well enough. But it's crazy to think this is 20 years old. Jack Black in School of Rock.
Now, here's the thing, and this is where I get the hate. Yeah, I have not seen this film.
Okay.
I had major beef, so I wouldn't have known any of the songs. School of Rock is actually one of the films that, as time has progressed, I've come to say I'm open to watching it. I've got a weird relationship with Jack Black. I thought he was kind of cool and funny in Cable Guy. Then he was in certain films, and I was like, he's not as funny as I first thought. Then Shallow Hal.
I know you hate that
most
film.
Hated films on my list. Like, honestly, despise the film. The premise of it disgusts me to the highest degree. I despise Shallow Hal, and it's funny where some people could find it. Put it this way: as much as Ryan Reynolds is a nice guy, there's a part of me that sees a lot of self-appreciation that can seem a bit conceited. That I can,
for sure.
I'm like, you're a damn good-looking guy. You can get away with that crap. Jack Black sometimes has that with me, and I'm like, you have no right to be that so self-absorbed. Some people might be like, but he's for the people. He just looks too vain, and Shallow Hal further infused that. Now, I know I'm diverting, but that's mainly, it was in that same period, and I'm like, I don't want to see this film. I just don't want to know what it's about. Oh, yeah, the guy who's in the band, now he's trying to show he can teach kids rocks, get out of it. that is what I felt about School of Rock when it came out, and it's taken me a long time to be open to watching the film. So that's why I've not seen it.
Well, what I'm going to say isn't going to help you, I'm afraid, because listen, I was okay with School of Rock when it first came out. I've seen it a few times now, and it really is just law of diminishing returns. It's not bad. It's just there.
Okay.
It's just there. It's like, so you're a failed musician who goes to teach rock to kids, and they do a school play where they rock out. Okay. It's not like you've got them like a record deal, or like they've turned them into some sort of big shots, and like all the kids fit into these archetypes that is just so pastiche and surface level generic that you're like, okay, so the little socialite PR light girl, oh, but she's gonna do PR. Oh, the guy who's got a bit of an edge, I'll make him the drummer. Oh, the girl who's got a bit of an eating disorder, make her a backup singer. It's like, okay, like, yeah, stereotypes. I see what we're doing, but like, okay, what do you have to say? Not very much. Like a lot of Richard Linklater's movies. Oh, that's gonna sting people because I know people love Boyhood, but if I had that meme here, this is where I'd go, another white boy with a podcast. My dog once licked my balls and I made a video of it. It went viral. Do you want to see it? Another white boy with a podcast. But I don't think this film's that good. Like, as far as kid movies go, none of these kids have had careers that have registered. I mean, there's no Macaulay Culkin or Jacob Tremblay or Kirsten Dunst or like, oh, what's her face?
Fanning.
Thank you, Dakota or Elle Fanning. There's none of them in there. There's no kid who's got that sort of pedigree that you, even the kid in The Creator, whose name I don't know. I didn't like that movie. Review came out on the channel today. Not for me. But the kid in that is sensationally good. There's no kid who leaves an impression on here. And when you're watching Jack Black act doing rock and roll, it's like, bro, you have a band called Tenacious D. You are literally playing yourself.
But did you see what I'm saying about being a bit self-serving? This was the part where I was just like, there's nothing in this that's selling to me. And I mean, that is very hypocritical from a guy who got very excited at Eminem playing Bunny Rabbit, like White Rabbit. Like, I get it. I know I pick my battles. But I was just like...
Fair enough.
But
I was just you own that.
No, but I'm not going to be like, yeah, 8 Mile, check it out a couple of weeks ago. And now I'm going to be like, well, Jack Black playing the rocker is not for me. No, I get it. But I just felt the guy was too self-serving between the fact that you believe you can shut down Gwyneth Paltrow in one movie, and then now you're the king of rock in another. I was like, just get off your own.
Not even king of rock. He's not even that. He's a second grade school rock teacher. It's like, I just don't know what the movie's trying to achieve. It's like, was there...
It's not Cool Runnings. It's not Sister Act 2. You're not proving anything. There's no life lessons in this. Like,
it's not what? Sorry?
Huh?
I didn't hear the first one.
I said it's not Cool Runnings and it's not Sister Act 2. Like, you know, ones where you've got... Oh, don't. I did not just do it again, did I?
30 years old, AJ.
No freaking way.
It's Cool
No
Runnings.
freaking way. No, I mean, two sides.
I was
did I
gonna
call
set
that?
you up for the feel the rhythm, feel the ride, and you literally just did. Did you look at the image, or did you literally
No.
just have a...
Because honestly, I was looking at the two sides of it. I was thinking of like the failed person who comes back to take a team and make it into something, and that was Cool Runnings. And I was like, Sister Act 2 is the one with like all the musical geniuses. As much as there aren't many people who became huge stars of it. Yes, you've got Lauryn Hill and the guy from City High. Everybody else, you are where you are. Where's Frank? Hey, but you know what I mean? Like those two films meshed together to give me School of Rock and not working. That's kind of, but wow, Jesus.
You've got a habit of doing this on Throwback Thursday where you either on the day or on the week before.
Just call
it's weird. You've got this like telepathic or psychic like sense of
no idea
guessing
how.
movies go. It's weird, mate, and it's freaking me out at this point because it's not like the first or second. This is like the fourth or fifth time you've done this.
And I swear, I'm not going out and checking stuff. It just doesn't make sense. That's weird. That's weird.
Cool running, AJ. Let's go from School of Mediocre to.
Have you got anything else? 20 years or?
I do, but we can come back to that. Let's get cool. You set me up too well for that.
So I know this is going to be a nostalgia thing, but 2 thumbs up from me. I think Cool Runnings is absolute gold. I've actually had the pleasure of interviewing Leon, who was like the main person.
Yeah. Darius Barnek.
Yeah, but again, the late great. If you were born in our era, John Candy is late great. It's not just the late; he is definitely late great. And him playing the what is I can't the shunned. I'm going to work with because I can't think of the other word that begins with a D. But the shunned. Yeah. You know, the disgraced cheater from a previous Winter Olympics, and here he is at the '94 Winter Olympics, which also coincidentally had Hugh Jackman. if you look at the films, Eddie the Eagle was also at this Winter Olympics. But yeah, Jamaicans way before Usain Bolt, were trying to find a way to make their name in the Olympics, and we couldn't make it in. I say we.
You ain't from Jamaica.
The Caribbean, we were trying to find a way. They were trying to find a way to qualify into anything, and somehow, out of all things, not anything in your regular Olympics work. So they go for the Winter Olympics, and I mean, there are jokes about black people and swimming. It's going to get even worse. We're going to talk about Caribbean people and the snow. How are you going to tell me one of the hottest islands? Like when people talk about summer destinations, Jamaica's up there.
Yeah.
What are they going to be doing with a bobsleigh? It doesn't make sense. There is no way that those 2 things are meant to be a correlation. This story shows it to you, and it's absolutely comedic and touching at the same time. If you were to go back to, I wouldn't even say it's the old. It wasn't the old channel, but I think it was when we were pod only. I remember us recording once, and we talked about how, as much as it's comedic, you could really redo Cool Runnings a la Fresh Prince, where you've had your comedic side. You could go a really deep and grounded version of what's happened. And that's something that stuck to me because, yes, you can have a laugh, but there are so many messages in what is actually happening in Cool Runnings that you could easily do a very dramatic version of it and still have a golden movie. But they've made it like the way that Disney do, and it was an absolute beauty. I emphasize it. 2 thumbs up. Absolute beauty of a film.
I would actually go further than that and say, I think Cool Runnings should be remade in the vein. Excuse me. Thank you. In the vein of a darker, more dramatic, racially fueled narrative. I think Cool Runnings
shows the actual discrimination they went through. Yeah.
Yep. Don't do it as a comedy. Absolutely not. But remake Cool Runnings as a racially fueled drama. Hell yeah. Cast someone like Michael B. Jordan, Daniel Kaluuya, and all the token black people.
You only need 4 of them. We could do it. Anthony Mackie, Daniel Kaluuya, Michael B. Jordan.
Anthony Mackie, get him in. Anyway, Usanka. Udiakasta Sanka.
I'm only doing this for the purpose of it. Crap Candy Man.
Hey, yeah.
Or
you dead?
Do you know what?
Yeah, you're dead.
I have actual tears in my eyes. Oh, that was not the plan. The other one, now that I was going back into the AJ moments of anger, the other one for Sanka, for the only light comedic humor part of it, we could bring in the big man. Get Kel with the
I thought you were going to bring in the Rock.
no, the big man. Let's get the locks back on Kel and let him play Sanko in the movie. Welcome to Jamaica, home of the bobsleigh team. Can we get your order, please?
Where I was going. Hey, Doris, you want to kiss my egg? God, Jesus. And we said, don't redo it as a comedy. And here we are going, hey, yeah, you're dead. Jesus. Oh, Doris. Oh, my God. Oh, this movie it's timeless. It's absolutely timeless. It's the sort of thing I could show to my grandmother, and it's the sort of thing I will show to my daughter. And the message is timeless. It is so well made. It is so tight. It is so relatable, irrespective of what race, gender, creed, anything you are. This movie, top to bottom, effervesces charm. And if there were, it's the ultimate underdog movie.
Yeah.
It's dude, it's not just one thumbs up, it's not just two thumbs up. AJ,
give it to it.
It's a goat movie. It just is. It's a freaking goat movie, this one. It is so good.
Do you know what?
Best live action movie Disney have ever done?
Maybe. Here's another thing I'm tempted to quote as well. When you think of it, and I can't say I can list all of them, and I'm not here to crap on Eddie the Eagle and stuff, it has to be one of the best sports movies / Olympic movies out there.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Not a question.
Yeah.